So boys, good morning. I've just been to the gym. I've also just had a shower, got dressed. And what I am doing now is I'm doing what we always do, usually on a Monday, but I'm here doing it on a Tuesday. I wasn't able to get it done yesterday. If you watched yesterday's Day in the Life, you'll see why. What I'm doing is I'm sitting here, I'm planning all the podcast scripts and topics I'll be speaking about and I'll be, going into. Also, I'm sitting here writing scripts for my personal brand TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Snapchat Spotlights, and then I'll also, post it over to Twitter as well, or X, shall I say. And yeah, we're just going to get on with the day. I'm also going to go and do my reading and meditation now. I'm just going to finish up the scripts. Just got a couple more things to do. Read, meditate, have a meal, and we're going to skip right over to the car where I'm going to film all the podcasts. Probably going to be about 30-40 minutes. Then I'm going to film all the 7 personal brand TikToks for the next week, which could take me anywhere from half an hour to 2 hours, depending on how long and how many takes, they actually take me. But yeah, boys, we're going to get on straight away. Like I said yesterday's Day in the Life, we're going to make it the best day yet. Like we should do with every day, but starting from today, 100% every day is going to be the best day yet. We're going to make sure to make it. So let's get on with the day. Let's go and have the meal. Let's go and do the reading, the meditation, and let's get, straight to the car. Right, boys, are just on the script for the podcast, and I did 7 scripts for all 7 personal brand TikToks I'm going to be filming. So I'm going to get onto the reading and the meditation now. I'm going to have a meal, then I'm going to get, skip to the car. I'm going to get on with all the filming we need to do today. So skip to the habits.
Position that allows you to be present in this moment is what's best for
So boys, as you just saw, I just completed my habits, or you saw part of it anyway. I usually just do a bit of a snippet, then I end the camera and finish off the rest. And what I usually do is, I've never really broken this down, but I do 10 minutes meditation, and then I go on YouTube, it's Great Meditation, that's the name of the channel. I'll do 10 minutes meditation, then I'll read either 10 pages or a whole chapter. Sometimes the chapter's like 7-8 pages. I'll just read a whole chapter or 10 pages every single day, every morning, and also in the evening I also read and meditate as well, which I never really showed you boys, so I'm going to make sure today is the whole detailed thing of everything I'm doing, apart from meals, because I've got a lot of family around, so I can't sit there recording meals and speaking, talking through, the meals I've had. But what I can do is I can tell you boys what I'm having anyway. So what I'm going to move on to now is having a meal, which for me is going to be 4 eggs. I'm going to scramble 4 eggs. I'm going to have some organic cheese, about 30-40 grams of cheese on the side by itself. Then I'm going to have about a handful, just a handful of organic banana chips. That's all I'll eat as my first meal. So we're going to get to that, and I'm going to skip to after when I'm in the car. Right, boys, so I'm in the car now, about to film the podcast and all the other 7 personal brand TikToks as well, that I'm also going to post as an Instagram Reel, a YouTube Short, Snapchat Spotlight, and also over to Twitter, or X, shall I say, later on in the week. And also I'm going to post one today. So if you look here, I've just got the camera set up. I'm actually in the back, a bit of a different one. You will see how it's going to look when you go head over and check the podcast out, which will be out before you can see this video. So it'll be out today, and then this video will be posted tomorrow. So if you're seeing this tomorrow from me, which will be tomorrow, and for yours, which would be today, if that makes sense, go check out the podcast because it'll be live now. So let's get into the podcast, let's get into the personal brand TikToks, and let's go smash it out. Planning involved other than physical action. I've been trying to plan recently a lot more for videos in terms of structure to make them better. Go backwards, it's going to get me into a dark spot and a dark place. So I had to take accountability, I had to take responsibility for, and instead of rewrite the story. This is really not a good one, boys. I'm really struggling with this one. I'm struggling to get my words out. This always happens sometimes. It's just natural because I post videos every day. One day I'm gonna feel really good in my speech. I'm gonna feel like I can articulate well, and the next moment I'm gonna really struggle with speaking, and that's what I'm doing right now. I feel like a lot of these points I'm just saying, and they're not really pointing, they're not really working, to be fair. So we're gonna do it anyway, then we're gonna get onto the personal brand TikToks. But I've got one more point to speak about in the podcast, so let's go speak about that, then we'll skip to the TikToks after that. So boys, the last clip you saw was me filming the podcast. I then ended up recording one personal brand TikTok because I decided for the rest of the other 6 I'm going to leave them to the next day, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise time would have been cutting short. We would have been cutting it very short and very close to the time we needed to. The time is 5 now. It's been 3-4 hours since, and you might think, oh wow, I should have gave you an update, but the things I've gotten on with is I went inside after doing the podcast and the personal brand TikTok. I've edited the podcast. I've ended up just posting it now. Actually, I'm going to show you a couple of things quickly. I ended up doing some podcast front image designs. So I wanted to pick between those three. So let me know which one you prefer. I like all three of them, but I think maybe between the regular one and the one with the blue and the sunset sort of thing, not the all blue. I don't know if I like the all blue, but let me know, boys, which one you like the most. So I ended up posting the podcast. That's the cover for Spotify and for Amazon Music. I also ended up making the thumbnail, which I'm going to show you, boys, what I did for the thumbnail for that podcast. Here we are. I don't know if you can see it. If you can't see it, go check it out, because the podcast will be live now before you see this, or when you see this video, it'll be live. And what I'm about to do now, or what I have also just done before I move on to the next task, is I've also just edited a personal brand TikTok on my PC, which I've just uploaded to my Google Drive, which I'm going to upload to my phone and post on all platforms. So the last thing we got to do in terms of editing and posting content is the day in the life. So the time is 5 now. We're in due course. We've got to have another meal. I've got to obviously edit and post the day in the life. I've got to do the mindset lesson, the quote of the day, and the planning, and a couple more tasks which we'll make sure to smash out so we'll be in bed for the right time, boys. So I'm going to go and do the editing of the day in the life. I'm going to end up posting that at 6:30, but I'm going to get it edited and ready to post now. So boys, I'll get to the next bit where I can update you on. So let's get to it now. Right, boys, another update. I can't remember the last thing I said. I think I ended up posting the day in the life. I ended up posting the podcast. I ended up doing the Instagram mindset lesson of the day, the Instagram quote of the day, and then also repurposing the mindset lesson and the quote of the day over to my X account, or Twitter account as most know it. And yeah, what I've also just done is posted a personal brand TikTok that I edited, which I filmed earlier, which obviously I told you boys I did. Then I also edited and I posted it, so go check it out on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Snapchat Spotlight, and also over on my Twitter as well. So boys, what we're going to do now is I'm going to head over, do my planning, because I've done every physical task that I've needed to today. Now it's about doing my planning, saying my mindset lesson, and ending the day in the life so we can get to bed. Also, I had a meal as well, so let's get to the planning. So boys, we're going to go backwards with the planning today. I'm going to start off with my summary. So, extremely strong day. One of my best in terms of productivity and focus. I was being focused all day. I haven't been getting distracted or procrastinating towards any work. I've been on it non-stop, doing everything I've needed to be doing. After I've completed one task, I've moved straight on to the next, no break. So done that really well. So extremely strong. One of my best in terms of productivity and focus. Completed all tasks to a quality level. Keep this up. Bosh. Cool. Now we go over to my tick list. What did we complete? Everything we said we were going to do? Well, I already sort of gave you a clue there, but right, here we are. Monday, Tuesday. So gym is on there, clean diet, 100%. Podcast, we ended up completing that. And then also the last thing which it says here is personal brand TikTok, which we also completed that as well, boys. So brilliant. We move on to tomorrow's tick list. What we're going to do here, I'm going to put haircut. Every Wednesday is my self haircut day. I'm going to put boxing on here, boxing / abs we're going to do tomorrow. We've also got gym, sauna, and a steam room, so it's going to be a very, very hard working day tomorrow like usual. Another thing is I'm going to post another video, new video. I'm going to get back on the new videos on all the days that I'm able to, all the days I have free time outside of obviously the podcast. What I did when I started is I also did an extra video on Tuesday and Wednesday on the days I didn't have the podcast. So I'm going to start that back up because that could really start doing well, and it did start doing well. So we're going to start it back up and start getting more creative ideas out there. So new video, boxing / abs, haircut, and I'm going to write bedtime on here. Even though we're going to get in bed for the right time tonight, and we did yesterday, and we have for the last 3 or 4 days, we're going to make sure to keep that streak up. So I'm going to write it on here to remind myself. So that's all the written plan. We're going to put this in the drawer, and what we're going to do now is go over to my plan on my phone, which I've already completed, ready to let you boys know. Day in the life, 2 theme page videos. I might actually change that to 1 because obviously I'm getting new videos every day now. So the main focus is going to be on the personal brand from now on. It's like I said before last week, every day it's the main focus is personal brand. Even if I have to skip a day of theme page videos because I've been so hard working on the personal brand, it's okay. Personal brand is not what I want to do long term. It's for short term monetization. Long term, I know I'm not going to do it when my personal brand starts to kick off and do well. I'm going to sack it off and move it and give it to someone else. Probably give the whole account to someone else and let someone else run it. And possibly still keep it up and keep the money coming in, but have someone else run it for me. So theme page videos 1, 5+ storage for the Instagram and Snapchat, 3+ scheduled Twitter tweets, personal brand TikTok, film as many as possible, and also going to film another 6 tomorrow. Instagram mindset lesson / quote of the day, read/meditate, new video like I said, gym, steam room, sauna, boxing / abs, change podcast image. I've already edited one, but I wanted to change it over on all the platforms. For example, my YouTube podcast section and my Spotify podcast section. Post podcasts on Spotify. I didn't do that today, but tomorrow I'm going to post all the up-to-date podcasts on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Clear out storage. I'm going to go through my phone and clear out all the storage because when you film a lot every day and you take a load of pictures every day, this iPhone storage fills up. So I'm going to go through the whole phone and get rid of everything I no longer need. And then the haircut. So boys, let's get to the mindset lesson now so we can end off the day in the life and get in bed for the right time. Right boys, so for the mindset lesson tonight, I'm going to give one straight from my Instagram that I gave today. Your future self is watching every decision you make today. Build a life they'll thank you for, not one they'll have to recover from. And the explanation I gave to this mindset lesson is, every small decision you make today contributes to shaping the person you'll become in the future. It encourages thinking long term and aligning with your daily actions with the life you want to create. For example, choosing to work out instead of skipping builds discipline and health. Saving money rather than spending recklessly prepares you for opportunities. Saying no to bad habits ensures your future self isn't left picking up the pieces. It's about creating a future where you're proud of your choices rather than regretting them. So every choice you make from today is going to dictate how your future is going to look, and you want your future self to thank you for the choices you made today and how it looks. You don't want to have to regret and try and recover from the bad life that bad hole and big hole you dug, and you don't want to have to recover that later on. You want to be able to chill and relax and have peace and freedom in the future, not have to recover from a life that you don't want to have to live. So boys, focus on the future now. Focus on the small steps, actionable steps you do every single day onwards from now, and your future self will thank you for it. So boys, good night, and I'll be seeing you boys tomorrow morning.